My name is Andy Cooper. You're watching Mind Pollution Gaming, and today we are going to dissect the entertainment industry.
Mind Pollution Gaming.
Uh-oh, my jumps.
You overheated, man.
That's going to cost me, man.
But when you rap too fast, it's also going to happen.
With a microphone in my hand to be ripping it, I better get away if I'm in a predicament. I've been a winner when I'm on a roll and I'm inevitable. I like it through a beat and getting deep and never let it go. Bringing the intellect, get a rhythm in the neck. In fact, I can send a mini venom when a rag. I'm one in a mill, no rent in the mill, renegade train. In the pen of Mark Twain, the Hemingway. You don't mind, I wanna have a little time in the bit. I wrote a hit, I need to put it out and let it emanate. I'm molded every letter, got a bending like a centipede. A remedy, an enemy, a minute, mini-me. Started becoming animated when the money made it done. Did a man, I hate it, but I run an animated animal. I'm a never pan, I'm in the gig in any line. I'm bringing any man that I'm in, you can take it.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Mind Pollution Gaming. Today's guest is an incredible rapper and a great producer, and his name is Andy Cooper. Thanks for coming, man. This is I honestly don't even know about you if you're a gamer or not, or if you ever had like a gaming period.
Only as a kid, only like junior high.
Okay.
Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers, Castlevania, never in a very seriously devoted modern way.
Okay. Well, the good thing is we mainly play older games, so let's see. We could play Turtles Smash Up, definitely 2-player, or Motocross Mania 3.
I feel like Motocross Mania is probably something that's more up my alley.
Let's do it.
If I have an alley.
Motocross Mania 3 for PlayStation 2.
Have you played this before?
No. How would you introduce yourself and what you do in short? I
am someone who's worked in the music business for a long time, a rapper, a producer, like a songwriter. And I was in a group called Ugly Duckling for a long time. I've done some solo records and some solo projects and written stuff for other groups and other artists and for musicals and things like that. So I would say a small-time musical renaissance man.
When did you get into rapping, or when did you start rapping?
I liked rap when I was a little kid. I grew up in the 80s and rap was real popular, but I'm tall, so I was playing basketball. I was always the only white guy on the team. So I was just immersed in black and hip hop culture throughout my adolescence. So I liked rap already, but that became the primary music thing. And my parents were both pretty musical, and I played the drums and I was already into music. So that's kind of what normalized it for me, and just being around the culture. And I just started kind of rapping in the locker room and when hanging out, and everybody was very encouraging, and I found I was relatively decent at it. So,
what is that?
Wow,
Letitia Jones. She's 23 from Brooklyn.
Letitia.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Oleg.
Be the Russian.
Mm-hmm. So now you gotta pick yours.
Okay. Well, Letitia Jones, man.
How did Ugly Duckling start?
Ugly Duckling, I was just out of high school. And what do you assume happened to it?
Oh, you press X to drive.
Okay. Yeah, I was just out of high school, and I had a friend who met one of the guys, and he thought I should know him because we're both kind of white guys doing rap.
Right.
And then that guy knew the other guy, and before long we sort of thought it'd be a good idea to develop a group. They're a bit older than me, so they knew a bunch of things I didn't know. But yeah, I mean, the entire time Ugly Duckling, we had almost a 20-year run of our little small-time operation. I don't think we ever knew anything or had any idea what we were doing, which is quite often the best way to do anything artistically.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Enthusiasm and a desire to do something is probably the most important ingredient than expertise. I mean, at some point you do need to figure out what you're doing and have some sort of aptitude, but I'd almost rather have someone who has the drive and the interest than who has some background in it or some schooling.
Yeah. You mentioned the musical. I remember you told me about that. So you wrote the musical, or?
Yeah, I wrote all the original music for a project called Recorded in Hollywood. And it's a perfect example of having no idea what you're doing, but just trying to tell people you can do it or just believing you can do something.
Right.
And somebody was trying to do this musical, and I just convinced him that I could write all the music. I'd have no background in that. I'd never done it before, but I could put some chords together and I could write some words, and I liked the story. So and almost everybody on the musical couldn't stand me.
Oh, really?
I really had no business being there, and
Oh, because they were like super experienced and all?
Yeah, they're musical theater people.
Right.
And that's the funny thing when you're trying to do something. The established people are probably not going to like you very much.
Yeah.
But you're, in all likelihood, going to have something that they don't have. But you're also a threat. And you don't speak their language. And, you know, there's always a political environment around anything once it starts making money.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like I said, it's pretty fun to do something you really have no business doing.
Right.
And once in a while, I'll have a thought about that. And I'll just have a great big laugh. Like, I don't believe they let me write a musical and it actually got produced and funded and it played in a proper theater. The LA Times theater critic was there to watch it. It's like,
oh, really?
My dumb ass wrote it. So it's like, but I was, you know, you're a creative person. Yeah, it is. Anytime you just notice the things you don't like.
Right. Yeah.
You're just frustrated.
That stands out more for you than.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know how it is if you're working on a film or something. What comes out right, it's like, yeah, it should be right. You're not happy about it.
Exactly. It's like that's how I intended it to be.
Yeah. That's not a win. That's just what you expect. And then every little thing that's not exactly right is a slash in the throat.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Pretty much no purpose of doing this and being happy, or no way to do it.
Yeah.
Do you have any sense of where we're going or what we're trying?
I'm done.
Am I even going the right direction?
You got to follow the arrow.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't think you're too far though. Like it's definitely the last.
But I mean, it's there. I feel like they keep.
It's kind of random, like
following the arrow, but they're just putting me into forests and stuff.
I think you went off track, and then let's try.
Still finished fourth though. I'm still just right behind you.
Out of 4, I think. All right, let's get the mystery bag started. Okay. All right. There's all kinds of systems in there. Dr. Mario 64. That's good.
I think the guy who came up with Tetris was like calling his lawyer.
Yeah, for sure. He's like, "Are you serious?"
Like, you add some germs and you think it's okay, huh?
Did you ever do movie stuff, like music for movies or something?
Not like where I got like proper soundtrack work, but with Ugly Duckling stuff, we got songs licensed to different. We had a song in Boiler Room and Euro Trip.
You had a song.
Yeah, actually, you know the song we did the video for, "The Can't Be Satisfied."
Yeah.
Got licensed to an ABC show that's going to run in like 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
So it's like a cop show. So yeah, he just told me, he's like, yeah, I just got somebody wanted to license it for an American show. It's a big network show. And
that's
it's not
awesome.
Sure, it was more money, but it's always cool when something gets a little bit of run. It's like I'm kind of excited, but it's like something I would never watch in my life.
Right.
You know, so.
Shit, I think I cannot win this at all because I built myself.
That was my plan all along.
I know. Totally worked out. Did you ever have a freestyle face?
You know what? A really important developmental stage for Ugly Duckling. We used to run an open mic night in Long Beach at this coffee shop.
Right.
And LA was a great place because there was a lot going on. Like say Jurassic 5 was developing their act. Dilated Peoples was here. These are all LA groups. The Visionaries, People on the Stairs, groups that went on to really be notable in our little scene.
Yeah.
Everybody was here. All the DJs were here. It was really fortunate for us because we were able to find a scene and other groups where we could kind of connect with a bigger audience, where the scene is so important. If you want to get an audience, it's like you have to connect with people. I should watch you because I feel like I'm not comprehending.
You're not doing it right?
No, I'm just trying to get lines. I'm just going back to my Tetris mindset, and
we need different music. I think that's what does it.
Cube me. Get me into that. Whoa.
There were cuts. Did you hear that? Man, Dr. Mario is so hip hop.
I was having this thought the other day. One thing I never liked about being in a hip hop group is that hip hop is so much about image and culture and fashion, and all pop music is, but hip hop in particular.
Right.
Just, you know, it's always been built around culture and name brands, but I don't really like that stuff. And I like songs because songs, they don't age. Like they stand on their own. Like
not like trends that fade away or whatever.
Yeah, so if you hear like say Benny Goodman sing, some great stomp from the 1930s. It still feels youthful and subversive and exciting, but everybody from that orchestra is dead.
Yeah.
So the idea of creating a song that's great, I like it because that could last.
Is that kind of your approach when it comes to your work with the allergies?
Yeah, absolutely. Where you wanted to have like
because
classic, but something that could stay around.
Yeah. I feel like even in a way, video games have that too. I mean, like you mentioned Tetris, you know, like there's still people that play it.
Sure.
Because it was also never about like good graphics or whatever. It was just a concept that was fun and entertaining, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck.
Outlast.
Let's try one more game. We stay Nintendo 64, but we're gonna play Biofreeze.
Okay.
I think it's a fighting game. One-on-one.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Shit. She got all her gardening tools on the back.
Yeah. And booty.
Oh shit, I can punch with that thing.
Oh.
The ball and chain.
What you're trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Big teeth on that guy. I'm sticking with Delta. I don't care what you say. She looks like Liz Taylor in Cleopatra.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
One of my favorite films. What's your favorite movie beside Donnie Darko?
Fight Club?
What's your favorite happy, colorful, silly movie?
Fight Club. I keep bringing it back, but Home Alone.
Yeah, that's good.
What's your favorite happy movie?
Well, I'm a big... You know what? I love musicals from like the 40s and 50s, like South Pacific or West Side Story.
Yeah.
And that Technicolor.
Yeah.
You know, I love the way that stuff looks.
A lot of times you do double time, really fast rapping. Was that also part of Ugly Duckling already, or is that a new thing?
Ugly Duckling was almost always about the song from the standpoint of we were a group in the kind of the tradition of...
So less than technique.
A Tribe Called Quest or De La Soul, where you made a good song, and you know, because I had a rap partner, we did Beastie Boys kind of stuff. We did lots of back and forth rapping. So me really being able to develop technical skill as a rapper wasn't the priority. So when I started doing something solo, I figured I'd dabble in it, and the double time stuff really resonated with an audience. So
yeah, I mean, you're crazy fast. And
I practiced it, and then we did this on the Ugly Duckling tour. We did this live segment where I did my own thing, Dustin did his own thing, and I did that fast rap, and the audience went nuts.
Oh wow!
And I just feel it's kind of like a virtuoso thing. If you ever see somebody do a drum solo, it's really interesting for like 20 seconds because they're like, wow, that takes a lot of skill. But you also know that it grows tired. Ooh, okay, that's awful. You know, it grows tired for an audience after a while hearing somebody, you know, it's like watching somebody juggle chainsaws. It's really amazing
for like the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, cool, I get it.
Yep, that guy is crazy, yeah. You know, as a filmmaker, how do you approach the idea of, in the end, no matter what ideas you think are cool, it's not worth much if the audience doesn't stay interested in what you're trying to get across.
Yeah.
So you can get really technical and you can do things that you think are cool.
Yeah.
How do you know when to do what?
I mean, at this point in my career, I didn't really have to deal much with that because
we both do that career.
I mean, so far the audience liked what I did, but it goes back to what I said earlier. I literally just do what I think is good, and I honestly, like, no matter what film project I did so far, there was never a point where I had to compromise anything. Like it was always, oh, that's what I think is pretty cool, and I didn't really think about what the audience might like or not like. Yeah,
that you know what, I talked about. We were just doing a tour, you know, with the group called Allergies, and it's, you know, I like to keep songs moving, not play things for too long. Keep tempos changing and
change up.
I'm always worried the audience is going to lose interest if you stay in something for too long, or you're too repetitive. Or you sit around talking for too long. If you know, I just feel like you really have to. Like you have to entertain in the sense of not just be artistically indulgent.
Especially nowadays, because attention spans are just like, there's so much content for whatever it is you like.
I feel like the game just kind of, my jumps.
You overheated, man.
That's gonna cost me, man.
But when you rap too fast, it's also gonna happen.
I feel like I got something going here.
Yeah,
I got one
you.
move. I'm just gonna
What
keep
the
doing
fuck,
this,
man? You keep busting my ass like that. I
you
got
got a machine?
shit. Fuck.
That's called blue button over and over again.
So you said you practice the double time. How do you practice that?
I'd always kind of known some, and I thought it would be cool to write one. But the thing I found, and when I do it now, it's all about syllables.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need to make something that sounds like it makes sense.
Yeah.
But if you try and, your mouth is shaped a certain way when you're rapping. And so like if I go, take it like a vitamin, a rhythm, and adrenaline, disseminating lingo that I'm bringing in a synonym. I take it like a vitamin of rhythm and adrenaline, disseminating lingo that I'm bringing in a synonym. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, but they're all.
But it's more about the syllables than about.
Well, that sound, my mouth is already set up to say that.
Right.
Minimum. I can do that rapidly.
Right.
But if I try and go, take it like a minimum of Tyrannosaurus eggs and video game, like all these different syllable sounds,
Right.
I'll just veer off into craziness.
Yeah.
And my mouth won't be able to do it. So a lot of it is designing the word schemes so you can say it rapidly.
So does that take a lot of time to write them?
Yes.
I bet.
Especially if you want it to make some kind of sense.
Right.
And I always want it to still.
Like that you couldn't freestyle, for example.
No. But I try and say things that are kind of challenging and cohesive.
Yeah.
Like take it like a vitamin of rhythm and adrenaline, disseminating lingo that I'm bringing in a synonym.
Yeah.
They're kind of like interesting vocabulary.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I'm not saying anything relevant to world
Right.
history, but you know, it's clever. But yeah, the writing process is really long, and then learning to say it and execute it. Because really, what you're doing is you're making your voice like a conga,
Right.
or a percussion instrument.
Yeah.
That was all blue button. That's all I got. I think I feel like you're trying to develop your fighting game, and I'm just shooting this one.
You know,
laser.
I'm trying to set you up for something while you just try to knock me out.
Just blue. Actually, I kind of want to get in that hot lava. Can you do that?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh yeah. Wait. Hang on. Can I throw you in there?
Let's not go crazy here. Fuck. Andy won. Look at you,
I think
man.
it's a good place to stop.
Shit, I wanted you to freestyle something. If you can.
What, like about video games?
Something.
To a beat or just? I turn it up.
Okay. Andy's got a freestyle to the music from Biofreeze.
Biofreeze, knock it to your knees, laser beams, I'm gonna overheat. Beat Daniel 10 times in a row, but I still give it a go. Playing video games, I never was good. Rocking in Hollywood, and I come to Studio City with D. Russia, in the place to be. We keep rocking all night long. Heavy metal is the song. Put me in the next episode. Do it on quality mode.
Shit, yeah, I think we're done. Thank you so much for coming over all the way from Long Beach. What are you working on right now? I hate asking that question, but
Well, new just the Allergies album called Steal the Show just came out. So we're got a single from that, and we're working on more Allergies material. I got another library, so like you, just trying to keep things coming and coming and coming. When you're in the small world of music, there's no big hit, there's no thriller, there's no whatever massive project. You just lots of jabs, boom, 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 boom,
that's good though. Cool, man. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it. You guys, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, subscribe to the channel. I always forget that. And yeah, see you at the next episode. Bye.
Mind Pollution Gaming.